guys, welcome to my channel. Yours sincerely, the Groot, and here we talk travel and beauty honestly and truthfully. And today we're filming in my bathroom. Sorry for the sound, but there's not much you can do on the premises of the bathroom, so there's a little bit of an echo. But despite all that, stick around because we have a very cool investigation coming our way. As you might have seen from a video title, today we talk about Christmas edits by none other but my favorite cult beauty. And since I'm not wearing makeup, it only means one thing: we are gonna have a lot of things to test. There are currently 3 beauty boxes of different value, and I did not purchase them, but don't go away, because I have something better for you. When I saw those edits, I realized that most of those products I already have available at home. So what better way to see whether those edits are good or not than to test it out together. Most of the products that I own belong to the most expensive beauty edit, the one that costs 90 euros and is worth over 420 euros. To begin with, this box is really cool because it has quite expensive items in it and the brands are good. For example, there's Augustinus butter, La Prairie, Zelens, and others. I don't own all of them, but let me show you what I got. First one is La Prairie Foam Cleanser Mousse that I got from Harrods Advent Calendar this year, and I still haven't tried it, so we can try it for the first time together. Vitntner's Dore Active Botanical Serum is here, and crazy expensive BIOEFFECT EGF Serum, which I have a lot to share about. Moreover, I was convinced that I had Zelens Vitamin D Concentrate Serum, but unfortunately I have T-Shot. I'm like 100% sure that I got vitamin D in one of the boxes, but I cannot seem to find it back. Just to let you know, I've never tried it, but the brand seems to be good. And I have a lot of experience with another brand of Augustinus butter, but unfortunately for our test, I only have the Rich Cream and Retinol at this point in time, so I won't be able to share much in that department. And let's start with a mousse because I haven't washed my face yet, just for the sake of trying it out. So let me show you how this product works in detail. The smell is really nice, very gentle, and the color is pink. Oh, it smells really, really nice. So let's see how it works. My face is wet and so are my hands. It doesn't foam up at all, but it does on the face. Oh, the feeling is really nice. Oh, we distribute it all over the face. It feels very comfortable. It smells absolutely nice. And let me see how it works if I add up some water. This is not going to be the most aesthetic content, but that's how it looks like when you add some water to it. It feels very comfortable. That's how my face looks like right after being washed. I haven't dried it yet, and for drying, I always use facial towels. I don't rub them, and just gently pat them all over my face. Overall, my face feels very nice. It doesn't feel dried out in any way. The cleanser is very gentle yet quite effective because when I was washing it off, there was this sound of like cleanliness, I would say. I like it. Next product we're gonna try is Vitntner's Dore Active Botanical Serum. And this product has a very interesting description. It's an oil and it's supposed to contain 22 active botanical ingredients, and they're supposed to battle a lot of different things, starting from pigmentation to fine lines to the loss of elasticity. The expectations are high, and even though I don't really love oily textures, I'm gonna give it a try for you. But mind you that I have oily 2 combination skin. I think that's the size you get in this beauty box. It is supposed to be 5 milliliters. The color is yellow and the texture is quite thick for the oil. Let me first apply it on my hand. It feels very rich, very nourishing, non-sticky. Oh my God. But I gotta say, to my taste, it smells a bit too herbal, but let's give it a try. I'm not gonna use toner today, just to make sure our experiment stays as realistic as possible, and I'm only gonna apply it to this side of my face, because I will apply a different serum on the other side of the face. To be honest, it makes me think of going to an Indian shop with all the Ayurveda products. I hope I didn't apply too much, but we can always redistribute it to the neck. I also only apply half, and I really hope this is gonna end well and it's not gonna backfire, this little test. Please give me a like for the sake of experimenting with my face, and let me know if you personally tried any of those products before and whether you liked them or you did not. I even tried to do only half of the nostril. So that's how it looks like right now. I don't see much of a difference, but we're gonna check on how well it worked on my skin throughout the day. So that was Vitntner's Dore Active Botanical Serum. And number 2 is a product I've tried before. This is BIOEFFECT EGF Serum. This little bottle costs an arm and a leg. It's insane how expensive it is. And as I used 2 bottles like that so far, I gotta be honest, I have not seen much of a difference, but maybe I should give it another try today, even though I claim without any doubt that this product is not worth its price. That's my personal opinion, and in my books, I would never buy it myself. Even Van Mont cream doesn't seem as crazy of a product in comparison to this one, especially taking into account that it has done nothing for me. But let's give it another try and see, maybe it works. In addition to reducing the appearance of fine lines, firming the skin and soothing it, it is supposed to be a great base for your makeup, but for me, I don't know, but let's give it a try. If I'm not wrong, it's an Icelandic brand that is based on the wheat extract, but hear me out. Maybe part of the price has a lot to do with the fact that nothing really grows in Iceland, and then in order to grow something as simple as wheat costs a lot of money there. But the question is it worth spending so much more for something that is so accessible outside of Iceland or not? It also feels a little bit like oil, to be honest. You can even see how oily my fingers are. Let me try on a different hand to see how it works. As you can see, the texture is a bit more gooey. It's a lot stickier than the other one. And I think we should also check out my hands after this little experiment, because they got very dry these days. This is our new home and we recently moved here, and oh my God, we still have boxes everywhere. I don't really have enough time to get everything done properly, and my hands get so dry from it. So let's remember that the right hand, we applied BIOEFFECT Serum on, whilst on the left hand, we have Vitntner's Dore Serum, and see which one worked better for a very dry skin. I didn't think about it at first, but I feel like this could be an even better way to see which of those products works better. Oh, I like that. Better, forgive me, sorry. So far they both feel a lot for my oily skin, but it feels hydrated and, to be honest, a little bit overwhelmed. I think for the sake of dealing with my oily skin, I gotta do one little thing though. I think it would be a good idea to remove the excess product, because for my skin, the amount that I applied might be a little bit too much. So these are the products that I personally own from the most expensive box, and let me give you a little update on the other 3 brands that are present in this box. First one is Zelens. I've never tried it before. Mine is T-Shot Urban Defense Serum, and if you want, we can test it out. The packaging is nice, the price is good. I heard good reviews about it, but the brand is not as well known, so I've never really tried it, even though I have two of those serums. One I was able to find and the other one I have no idea where it is. And Augustinus butter is a brand I have a lot of experience with. It does nothing for me really, but for my husband, it does wonders. He really enjoys it for his skin to the point where I spent, I think, 280 euros for this serum. It was insane, but he's been using it for a year now and it still is not finished. So if you calculate time per use, I feel like it's not as bad as it seems to be, but it could have been cheaper. I also tried their hair growth serum. I purchased 2 bottles, but I stopped at the first one because it was doing nothing for me really. Also, their lash and eyebrow growing serum is a part of my giveaway, and whoever wins it, I would really appreciate if you could share how exactly it worked for you, because I haven't tried it before. But for the sake of this experiment, we can try an eye cream from Augustinus butter. Oh my god, look at this. And the sound, I mean, it's amazing. This box is absolutely great, but can you believe this cream was 200 euros and it did nothing for me? I will show you that, I mean, the experience of using it is absolutely fabulous, but we don't really buy products for the sake of their packaging, no? This is how the cream looks like up close. It's not too thick, not too thin. The way I apply my cream is I apply it under my eyes and a little bit on top of the eyelid. But I never apply any cream on the moving part of the eyelid because it's way too sensitive and it's not recommended to use any kind of creams on it. So I don't. I distribute it evenly and spread it around. I wouldn't say that it's bad in any way, but for 200 euros, I expected so much more, let's be honest. Here we talk honestly and truthfully. All the products I purchased myself. I used it over the years, and to be honest, for me, being able to share the experience honestly and without any kind of agenda is exactly why I started this channel. All the products that I show, I purchased over the years, used myself, and have an experience with so many brands that I thought if my experience could be useful for some of you, I would really love it. And the third product I've used before was from brand Omorovicza. I did use mask or something from them many years ago and I really liked the quality, but somehow I wasn't that impressed by the brand in general. I received this Queen Essence last year and I've never tried it, but I gotta say the product seemed to be of a very substantial quality, but in regards of this brand, there's not much I can say, but it's always welcome to try, plus it's a body serum. What can go wrong, right? Let's move on to box number 2 and see what kind of products out of that box I personally own. The second box is called the Ultimate Holiday Edit and the price of that box is 70 pounds and it is supposed to be over 270 pounds. And I do have 2 exact matches of the products that are in those boxes, plus some of the brands that I have used before, so let me share my experience with you. First exact product is Biossance Squalane Vitamin C Rose Oil. And to be honest, as a person with oily skin, I don't really use a lot of oils, but I used serums and creams from that brand and I gotta confirm it is a really good one. My favorite product from this brand is this eye cream Squalane and Marine Algae eye cream. Practically, if you have very damaged skin under your eyes and it's super dry, this cream is a lifesaver. To begin with, it is one of the thickest eye creams I've ever tried in my life. I'm not kidding, it's full. But no matter how hard I try, it doesn't fall out. That's how thick it is, and the texture is absolutely amazing for someone with dry under eye skin. All the creams in this kind of jars I take with a clean cotton stick, And let me show you exactly how it feels like. I will apply it here. Look how thick it is. It's not leaking anywhere. The texture is super thick and your eyes are gonna thank you after you use this cream. I have to use a lot of concealer because as you can see, I have pretty substantial under eye dark circles, but this cream is not gonna make it any lighter, but it's definitely gonna soothe and repair. Love the texture, love the cream, can 100% recommend. My second favorite product is this Squalane and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumbing Serum. It has a very unusual color. It's light blue. It is quite a liquid one, and if you have oily or combination skin, this kind of serum is amazing for moisturizing and plumbing effect, but at the same time, it's not heavy at all, which is something that I really enjoy. And third product is something that I got as a mini, and I use it from time to time. I don't need to use it so much. Oh God. It's also very, very thick. It is Squalane and Omega Repair Cream. It's a very thick one, so I don't use it too much on my skin. Okay, let me take a little bit less. Same as with all the other textures, it's really, really thick. If you need to repair your skin, especially when it's urgent, I personally recommend this cream for those kinds of situations. It gets absorbed really easily, it's non-sticky, and I love it very much. But today the product in question is a little bit different, and we have the Vitamin C Rose Oil. I think vitamin C in oil form is really effective. I like it. Oh, it smells very nice. I don't really have any space on my face to test it anymore. It feels very, out of all the serums and oils we've tried so far, this seems to be my favorite one because it's very comfortable, it's non-sticky, and it absorbed the fastest. Remember how I needed to kind of tap my face lightly with a paper towel before? With this one, it won't be so necessary. I like that, but keep in mind, if you use active ingredients like vitamin C, acids of any sort, or retinol, SPF is absolutely necessary. And if you feel like you don't have time to deal with this in the morning, I have a solution for you. This summer, I tested multiple mists that work over makeup and serve as an SPF, and my favorite one ended up this, quite budgeted, the Roche-Posay 50 Plus Invisible Application Facial SPF. This one is anti-glance spray, so technically it's anti-shyness. You're supposed to close your eyes and apply generously all over your face, which is something we're gonna do today. I don't say it's not intense though. For the sake of experiment today, I didn't want to apply any moisturizer on top just to make sure that we get as honest of an opinion about those serums together. Another exact product that I own is this mini 24-hour brow setter from Benefits. It's a very mini one, so keep that in mind. This is the brush, and I really, really like it. That's one of my most favorite eyebrow gels. I have full-sized ones, but for the sake of this video, I found the mini one, but I haven't used it for a long time, so I'm gonna take some of it. I first flatten it out because I like when my eyebrows are kind of looking up, and then I define the hairs and do another round of flattening, and that's kind of an effect it gives me, and I feel like it works really well, to be honest. In my humble opinion, it makes a major difference to my eyebrows, and to be honest, this one barely has any product left, so the effect is not as prominent as it would be when the product is not almost out. With the method that I use, there's a little bit of a product left outside of the eyebrows. And the way I tackle it is just by removing the excess product. I really like the way it works, and for me it's one of my favorite products ever. If you only knew how many of those I purchased so far, you'd be surprised. But I really, really, really like it. Unfortunately, these are all the exact products I own out of this box, but I do have a lot of experience with Brand Medicaid. I really love it. I personally own Crystal Retinol 3 and 6, H.E.O mask. I think that's the right name. This is an overnight mask consisting out of 2 steps. So if you're curious for me to try it, let me know. Crystal Retinol Eye Cream 6 that I really, really like, and I have been using it for a long time, and it's my number 3 or something, maybe number 4. So I definitely love and recommend this one. And currently I'm about to start my test on C-Tetra Advanced 20% Vitamin C Gel Serum, which is coming up in one of the videos coming soon. Those videos would be devoted to products that I received in advent calendars. I love advent calendar unpackings, but nobody tells what happens next. Do you use those products? Was it a hidden gem? Was it a complete fail? Nobody talks about it. And for me, especially when I see people opening up like 20 advent calendars a season, would you be able to give an honest opinion about those products? Do you even use it, or do you resell them on eBay? I'm not casting any shadows. I don't know anybody who would do that, but whenever I search for products, I see that they're being resold on platforms like eBay. But what kind of a beauty expert are you if you don't try the products you preach for?
So that's how you want to play it, old man? No dessert? Oh, sure. We'll eat our dinner right after you eat this.
I don't know, and I don't like it, so I've decided to launch a series where I test the products that I received in advent calendars of that year, just so that you know whether those products were worth it or not. For instance, no matter how hard I tried to use this product, it really did nothing for me. And this little jar, if I remember correctly, forgive me if I'm wrong, is around 200 euros. I really hope they're not gonna come after me though. But I'm trying to be honest, and I feel like if you're so confident about your product, you shouldn't be worried if somebody has a negative experience with it, because it could be a one-time thing. But if the brand starts a witch hunt on you, that's about time you start thinking maybe there's something else behind it. And maybe they have things to hide. Who knows? Who knows?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
If you have nothing to worry about, why would you be so worried? There's another brand that I do own, yet it's not the exact match in this box, and this is MZ Skin by Dr. Mariam Zamani, and the product that I own is Hydra-Lift Gold Face Mask, even though the one in question was anti-pollution face mask. So if you want, I can try this one out tonight and let you know exactly how it feels. In here it's advent calendar. I also received an eye cream, and that eye cream was like 140 euros or something. This is a very expensive brand. And also 2 eye patches, which I'm really curious to try, so let's see how it goes. But I have never ever tried this product, even though I received it last year in advent calendar too. My problem is I'm not too big on this kinds of masks. I think it's highly environmentally unfriendly, let's be honest. This plastic part goes to waste. On the inside, you also have to dispose that mask. Plus, I feel like it's financially unconvincing for me, because I personally would rather use a mask like that I can use many times and enjoy it for a long time, instead of wasting so much plastic and money onto a mask like that. But yet again, it's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Do you prefer masks like this type, or one-use masks are not a bother for you? I'm really curious. Next one is almost an exact match to the product that is present in the box, and that is a sleeping eye mask. That's the one I got in an advent calendar years ago. It's quite soft. The quality of the details is amazing. Here it's covered by the silky part, and not only that's aesthetic, but also it's really comfortable to use. It's quite comfy on the ears. It covers the light completely. But in my personal opinion, I prefer sleeping masks like that. I don't use them a lot. I usually use this one for flying. Mine is by Dore and Rose. I gotta say the ones in their advertisings look so much better, but this one is good enough. And this way you get some sound protection. As a sensitive person, I hate when my ears are being irritated, especially when I sleep. So for me, the concept of ears that are completely covered is so much nicer. It's not moving anywhere. It's pretty solid. But this one was, what, like 50 euros? I don't think it's worth its money if for you it's not such an important factor and if you're not too light of a sleeper. But again, that's just my personal preference. I don't have a lot of things here with me from LANEIGE brand, but I'm really curious to try their serum from, I think it was called Beauty Advent Calendar because it looks really, really pretty, but that's for another time. But I haven't used it enough to have any educated experience on it. Whilst Glow Recipe is a brand that I have used for quite some time and it's just not a match for me. Despite loving niacinamide as an ingredient, this one didn't work for me at all, and neither did the H.E.O drops. For me, not a match, not much I can say. It's just this brand has never been a win for me. I don't know why. And as for Sweed, I tried their lash growing serum, but I stopped quite quickly because it was irritating my eyes. And I have this lipstick that I also only tried once, but that has a lot to do with the shade that didn't work for me and not the texture or the quality. So it's hard for me to have an opinion on the brand because I haven't used it enough. And last brand that I don't really have much to say about is Kate Somerville, and that is her intensive exfoliating treatment. And a lot of people swear by it. I've never actually gotten to the point of using it, but I should absolutely give it a try next time, especially taking into account that on the packaging they suggest it's Hollywood's 2-minute facial. That's something that's always fun to try. Let's do it next time. We only have so much time in this video, and let's move on to box number 3. That is the cheapest box that only costs 35 pounds and is worth 130. To be honest, I don't own a lot of products from there, but I did use Lip Injector by Too Faced for the longest time. I honestly really tried to find it because I own the product both in transparent and red, but it's nowhere to be found right now. Oh, wait.
A few moments later.
Oh, I thought I had a eureka moment and I remembered another purse that I haven't checked before, but I only have 2 YSL lipsticks here. I will tell you more about them one day later. Oh, they're beautiful. And the formulas are really nice, but that's not for today, not for today. No. Overall, that lip injection formula is pretty nice, but for me it was a little bit too ticklish. It was too much, and if you look at my lips, I don't really need much of it, so it was not a really good match for me. As for Philip Kingsley, I know it was created by a hairdresser, which is always a good sign because they do have substantial experience when it comes to working with hair, but I've never really purchased Philip Kingsley myself, but I received this treatment. It's called Elasticizer Therapies, and this was a special edition of Sicilian lemon and bergamot, and I do swear by this product. It's a pre-shampooing treatment that you apply on your wet hair 10 minutes before you're about to shampoo it, and I really enjoy using it. But a freeze-fighting gloss I've never tried before, and I'm not really curious about it because I don't have very frizzy hair, so I won't be able to say much. I just remembered that there's another product that I have from Philip Kingsley, and that's Bond Builder Split End Remedy. I think it's nothing special, but I believe in bond repair, so I do use it from time to time. It's a pretty comfortable product. Would I repurchase it? I don't think so, because if I would repurchase something, that would be the entire bond repair line by Redken. I really like it. However, I do have a lot of experience with another bond repair line that is also present in this box, and the line in question option is Olaplex. I do have a full size number 3, but I cannot seem to find it because, as I said, we moved and I'm still trying to find some of my skincare and makeup, but they're nowhere to be found. This is number 3, and that is the treatment, which I think is the most important one out of the whole experience of using Olaplex products. This number 3 you apply before shampooing, and you can either apply it just on wet hair or combine it with number 1, which is a spray that I repurchased twice and I really like the way they work together. But after that, I purchased a Redken Bond Repair line and I liked it so much more, and I'm just gonna use up this entire stock that I currently have and I'm gonna move on to Redken completely. So you start with number 3, you keep it on for like 10 minutes, wash it off with shampoo, which is number 4, and top it up with a conditioner that is number 5.
More moments later.
Oh, when I was looking for another number, I found number 3. Here's my full size, but it doesn't matter. The product is the product. After that, you apply number 6, and I read on their website that it's recommended to combine number 6 and 7 together for better results. That's a post-treatment. And for heat protection plus extra bond repair, you use number 9. Olaplex is kind of a line that you have to buy completely, and that's a lot of money and a lot of stages. So if you're ready for it, please go ahead. But as I said, for me, Redken Bond Repair line worked so much better. But let me know if you tried any of those, whether bond repair products made any difference for you. Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below. And for the remaining products, first of all, Naked Sundays, I've never tried before. I don't have an opinion about it. As for Anastasia Beverly Hills, I gotta be honest, I was curious about her product 5 years ago or something. I had Soft Glam Palette. I found it a little bit overhyped, but that's just my opinion about it. And if you remember, there was this eyebrow gel at some point in time. I tried it and it was such a big disappointment. I started having some doubts, and my last product ever purchased by Anastasia Beverly Hills was the Iced Highlighter. It was so beautiful. It was so stunning. I immediately purchased it because I knew I had to have it, but then the product itself was unusable. It was so cold in shade and the glitters were the size of snowflakes. That's how huge and uncomfortably looking they were. I tried to approach this product in so many ways. I tried to use it on my eyelids as a highlight. Like, no. It was the last point in time when I interacted with her brand, because taking the price into account, there were so many other products that had better, more modern formulas. For me, it was just over. But I did see her fall-inspired lipsticks, and I gotta say, those look amazing. Oh my god! Maybe I will purchase them later, but we'll see. Because I doubt that they would be able to compete with YSL lipsticks I just found today. I have too many products. At some point in time, I do realize it's a bit too much. Occasionally, I do forget what I own. That's why instead of purchasing more and more and more, I want to talk about the products that I used, have experience with, and really enjoy. As for Iconic London, the formulas never impressed me, so I don't know. The brand never clicked. If you used it, let me know. Maybe I should try something. Let me know in the comments below if you loved it and what kind of products I should try to kind of recover the brand in my eyes. Maybe I will fall in love with some of the products. Honestly, I love how many comments you guys write, and I learned so much. Thank you so much for being such an active community. I really, really, really appreciate it, and I love it. And I love hearing from you. I love to know your stories, and if my experience could be useful for you, for me, that's the biggest award. And also, I learned so much from you guys. I love it.
Much later.
It's been whole 5 days since I filmed the last video, and I am very happy to welcome you back to my bathroom because I have a lot to share. I slightly upgraded the light here and I hope you like it. I changed the regular bulbs for the smart ones and I hope you like how it looks, but that's not what we came here for. We came here to discuss how well did the boxes from Christmas Edit work, and I cannot wait to tell you all about it. Let's start with La Prairie Foam Cleanser Mousse, and it is a really nice product. To be honest, I did fall in love with it. It cleans really well. There's no feeling of tightness of any sort after I wash my face, but at the same time, it washes it to the point of this squinky sound that you hear when your face is very well washed. But I did have a chance to Google it and find out that the price for a full size of 125 milliliters only, which is not a lot, which is like 2.5 times of this size, as this one is 50 milliliters. And that small cleanser that gets used up pretty quickly, let's be honest, is, oh my god, 100 euros. I swear, when I Googled it, I was shocked. So as much as I love it, I feel like 100 euros is not a very good price for only 125 milliliter of a cleanser. So as much as I absolutely loved it, I keep to hunt for a better, more affordable cleanser because I think this price is crazy. The next two products were Vitntner's Dore Active Botanical Serum and BIOEFFECT EGF Serum, and I have a lot to share. Let's start with Vitntner's Dore Active Botanical Serum that I applied 5 days straight on the right side. In order not to overpower my skin, I only used it once a day, day or night, and I didn't feel much of a difference in whether you use it at a day or night time, but I gotta be honest, I haven't applied any makeup for those 5 days, so maybe we will get a better answer for this question when I'm gonna apply my makeup on top of this one, because it's not the end of this experiment. There's one more step when I apply both of those serums and do my makeup on top of it, and we'll see whether they're gonna ruin the makeup or not, and whether I would even be able to apply any makeup on top of it in the first place. My poor freshly washed hourglass brushes, oh my god. Anyway, as for the effect of the serum, here is the effect. I actually did not hate it as much as I hated the smell of this one. Oh my god, it overwhelmed me so much. And for instance, I really need to take my time to apply ways in advance prior to going to bed, because otherwise I cannot sleep with this smell. For me, that's a step too far. By the way, it does not make the pillow covers dirty, which is a big advantage, and that was something that I was honestly concerned about. I don't know if you can see it well, but I did break out all over my forehead, especially on this side, but I have a solution for unexpected acne breakouts because I have a very important video which I'm super excited about filming tomorrow, and I knew I had to make sure I don't break out all over my face, and my solution is different cream. I did hear that in order to use it, you'd better talk with your esthetician or your dermatologist if you have a chance. I do use it whenever I have an unexpected outbreak of acne, or it's not really acne, is it? When I have a pimple or a breakout, my skin decides to misbehave. It really helped, but without it, I gotta be honest, this entire area was completely breaking out. It had all those big pimples coming out, and I was like, oh no, 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 no. But luckily it worked out all right, which made me very, very happy. And on the left side, I used EGF Serum by BIOEFFECT. I checked out the price. It's whopping 159 euros, 160 technically, for 15 milliliters. And as I mentioned, I did use it before. Here's how it worked on my skin. And if for a second you think that what I have is a major glow moment, that's not true. What I have over here is a major case of absolute oiliness, and to be honest, I was very happy to finish this experiment because I really don't like the feeling. It's not my thing. I actually made a mistake and said that it's based on the wheat extract, but that's not completely true. It's based on barley, and it took me a while to figure out that those are two different things. But for me, until now, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If I put you in the field, would you be able to tell which one is which? I don't think so. My first day was full of breakouts, but I was able to handle it eventually, which was good. Both of them do leave oily residue on your fingers and like on your face, so that's something you have to be prepared for. But again, for dry skin, I feel like that could be a great option. And in fact, there is a way to check that. Unfortunately, I don't have before, but just believe me, my hands were super dry. And to be honest, I did see a massive difference and it surprised me. When I filmed the video, I actually assigned my left hand to Active Botanical Serum, whilst my right hand was supposed to be a field for testing of EGF Serum, but I gotta be honest, next time I used it, my mind wanted to have some kind of clarity, so I applied Vitntner's Dore serum over here, whilst EGF serum over here. So let me show you the results. First 2 days when I tried it, the Vitntner's Dore showed significantly better results, whilst EGF serum was lagging behind. But surprisingly, as for today, 5 days in, I do like the result of this one better. Here's the result of Vitntner's Dore Botanical Serum effect, and it is quite substantial. But if you compare the left hand, which I had EGF serum applied on, I gotta say I do like the results better. But overall, I think both of those products could be a good match for the dry skin. Maybe it's not a match for me, but at least I was happy that I did not break out all over my face. Another product, or even the entire line that we're gonna try today, is Olaplex. We start with number 3, and I will show you how my hair looks before and after a wash with this entire line, including number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Let me show you how my hair looks like. To be honest, my hair is very oily. This is the condition of my hair approximately 24 hours after wash. Bond repair lines also help me a little bit with oiliness. I don't know how about you, but for me it really works. This is unfortunately the situation with my hair. I do my best to handle it, but to be honest, the only way through is regular detox shampooing and special treatments to kind of make it a little bit more bearable. I haven't done it for a while, so I can really see the difference of how bad it looks. I'm sorry, today is a day of gross content, but I really wanted to do it at approximately the same time. And right now it's around 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening. So that's how it looks like if I wash it at night. But enough rambling. Without further ado, let's get to testing. So here we are, done with the shower, and I think it's time to apply our skincare that I've been doing for 5 days and see how well it works with makeup. The right side goes to Vitntner's Dore. I should have applied a little bit less, that's what I learned. I gotta say, the worst part about this skincare routine is the fact that I have to blow dry my hair after, and everything sticks to my face. Same way as when you wear lip gloss on a windy day. I don't love it. And on the left side, I apply EGF serum. There's a little bit of redness popping out here and here. I hope that's not a new place for a breakout because I really don't want to spoil my next video. Fingers crossed. And I feel like now it's a good time to continue with Olaplex routine. I applied number 3 as a pre-wash treatment, washed it off with shampoo, which is number 4, and applied conditioner number 5. And now it's time for 6 and 7. As I mentioned in many videos, I mixed those together for a better result according to Olaplex website. That is the approximate amount. I let it absorb for like 5 minutes, and then it's time for number 9, and this one is supposed to be heat protector and nourishing hair serum, which is supposed to strengthen that bond repair effect. So let's check it out. I apply a little bit more of it. Mix it in between of my hands to ensure even application on the hair. First, I just gently distribute it, and I don't forget to cover hair all over, not just on top. And 5 minutes later, it's time to blow dry it. Here is the result so far, and now it's time to get ready with my makeup and see how well it's gonna perform on top of tested skincare routine. We're gonna go and have dinner with my husband at a little Mexican place that we try for the first time. So see you soon!
Eight hours later.
It's around 1 a.m. and I have an update for the makeup. I have a really good light in the kitchen so you can see all the details. This is the side with EGF serum. I feel like makeup was able to stay on this side so much better. You can see the breakouts that are popping out, which I can say does imply that it is not the best match for me. And this side also withstood the test of time with flying colors. Overall, I'm quite satisfied, but both of those serums are not the best match for me. Even though I gotta say, the glowing skin does look nice on me, but in real life, it does feel more as if it's oily skin rather than glowing. Let me know in the comments below what you think and whether you're curious to try any of the serums or maybe a wash. To be honest, today in a shower, I did think that despite the fact that I said I would never buy it because it's way too expensive, I do have some doubts. It ended up being way too good to be true. I really hope that the light allows you to make thorough conclusions and let me know what you think. And now it's time to go back to the main video.
Meanwhile.
And I think that's it. That was our review of the products that I own from 3 Christmas edit boxes from Cult Beauty. I hope you enjoyed reviewing it together. And by the way, speaking of the boxes, I have 2 boxes for the giveaway that is currently running until the 1st of November. So make sure you check the Charlotte Tilbury unpacking video and get a chance to win one of the 2 boxes, each of which is worth over 600 euros. I really tried to make it fun and memorable and really worth it for you. And please like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next one. And as always, yours sincerely, the Groot. Bye!